Potentially thousands of children remain missing in Maui, and the survivors there, they're fighting to survive each and every day. The US is sending our taxpayer money overseas, the border is under attack, and it feels like all hell is breaking loose. But for the Vice President of the United States, it's celebration time. Sadly, Kamala's party had to come to an end so that she could briefly compare all of the tragedies the US has encountered.
Not only a place on our calendars, but a place in our collective memory. December 7th, 1941, September 11th, 2001, and January 6th, 2021.
President Joe Biden wasn't even at Kamala's party, but still somehow managed to run out of batteries and announced he's ready for bed.
Anyway, I just think that there are other things on leaders' minds, and they respond to what's needed at the time. And look, nobody likes having celebrated international meetings if you don't know what you want at the meeting, if you don't have a game plan. He may have a game plan. He just hasn't shared it with me. But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed.
Joe Biden became the first U.S. president to skip attendance from all official 9/11 anniversary ceremonies that took place in the USA. The White House provided a very solid explanation for him playing hooky.
When I asked a White House official why it is that President Biden was here and missing the 9/11 commemorations at the attack sites, the analogy that I was given is that 22 years after Pearl Harbor, U.S. presidents were not still going to visit Hawaii.
President Biden said he clearly remembers standing at Ground Zero on September 12th of 2001.
Ground Zero in New York, and I remember standing there the next day and looking at the building. I felt like I was looking through the gates of hell. It looked so devastating because from where you could stand.
The thing is, Joe Biden was actually in Washington, D.C. on that day.
My sympathy go out to our colleagues from New York and Virginia in particular, but all those who have had their fellow citizens and their constituents victimized by this act.
Why did he say that he was there the next day? Because he wasn't there the next day.
Well, he went about a week or so after the attacks with other members of Congress to see Ground Zero for himself and have a chance to talk and thank the first responders. He just attributed the visit a little earlier in the remarks than what had actually occurred. But he was there. He did go to Ground Zero.
So that was a mistake. He
attributed the visit to a time which was actually turned out to be about a week after the attack.
Okay.
Biden seems a little confused about that day and also displayed more of that confusion during his recent press conference in Vietnam.
Let's see. I'm just following my orders here. Staff, if anybody hasn't spoken, I ain't calling on you. I'm calling. I said I have 5 questions. Anita, BOA.
However, President Biden did kick off his 9/11 anniversary speech with a joke.
Governor Dunleavy, it's good to see you. Governor and I have something in common. We're both from Scranton, Pennsylvania. I wish I had him playing in my high school ball club when I was playing. But I could have been an All-American having you in front of me.
Many people are looking back through internet archives and are realizing there's one person who may have been right and actually predicted the major catastrophic event before it took place.
BuzzFeed dug up an old quote from Donald Trump talking about a large-scale terror attack 19 months before 9/11. In his 2000 book, The America We Deserve, Trump wrote, "I really am convinced we're in danger of the sort of terrorist attacks that will make the bombing of the 1993 Trade Center look like little kids playing with firecrackers." Trump also mentioned the mastermind of the attack, writing, quote, "One day, we're told that a shadowy figure with no fixed address named Osama bin Laden is public enemy number one, and U.S. jet fighters lay waste to his camp in Afghanistan. He escapes back under some rock, and a few news cycles later, it's on to a new enemy and a new crisis." Trump.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. Is this really Trump before 9/11? Have you read this?
It's 2000 in his book.
Are we making this? Did you make this up, Mika?
Nick.
I did.
Did you make this up?
Yeah,
Nick,
exactly.
tell us it's over, right? Because
Will
you're
you
wrong
stop?
about everything.
Mika, stop. God.
I don't think it's over.
What's that? What's the rage here? Will you stop
No,
picking
it's
on
cute.
him?
I think it's cute.
Well,
go for it.
No, really quickly, though. I mean, so Willie, that was
2000.
In a book he wrote in the year 2000. Yeah.
Well, it was published in 2000. He could have written in 1999 for all we know.
Exactly. He might have been a bit more precious.
So he basically predicted the attacks.
Focusing in on Maui now, it's been over 1 month, and the public just has to accept that there will be no answers as to where the children of Maui are.
The mayor of Maui will not say how many children are missing. What we've been told is that officially there are about 100 people who have died in the fires, but there are 1,000 people missing. Every time an illegal alien child at the border caught a cold during the Trump administration, it was national headline news, AOC pretending to cry outside the gates. But 1,000 people potentially dead in Maui, many of them, if not most of them, children, and nothing, a media blackout.
On his podcast, Joe Rogan and Tulsi Gabbard spoke about the U.S. government screwing over the residents of Maui to take their land. Joey Manorino tweeted, "Biden just announced $6 billion for Iran. He's negotiating a $24 billion aid package for Ukraine. Those Maui families are still trying to make it on $700 a household, though. The only way to benefit from American tax dollars is to not be American." Since the media is silencing the voices of the Lahaina fire victims, it's only right we take a moment to hear what just a few of them have to say.
Because this was not a natural disaster. I would like actually samples taken from the soil. You guys put the screen up. You won't let anyone see what's going on inside. But we know very well that you guys, as the third largest stakeholders, the state, do want that land and can take it when you deem it a natural disaster. And that is disgusting.
It was not a natural disaster. This emergency proclamation is a fall. Funny how all the common people were taken out in one fell swoop of a fire.
I 100% know with every fiber of my being that this was not a natural disaster. This was a planned attack. There are many, it's a 1 + 1 + 1 = 3 equation. You cannot call me a conspiracy theorist for being a critical thinker. Did you know that the CIA, the corrupt CIA, invented the words conspiracy theorist as a way to gaslight people for speaking up on the truth?
The footage I'm about to show you, it's yet to be confirmed as to the actual location, but it does appear that Maui police officers are refusing to let Lahaina fire victims onto their own land.
His escort.
I request the recognition of my rights in my territory.
Okay, for this moment right now, this is a line that can't be crossed at this moment, okay?
Yeah, I beg to differ with you, officer, and I know that likely you're in a dilemma. However, you must realize that this is my territory and my rights to have free access to my territory.
Okay.
Well, this is the law.
Right now we're just going to hold the line for a moment here. We've got to take care of some things.
For a moment, so you're going to let him in a moment?
Officer, that is not your business, is not my business. My territory is my business.
Yeah. South ACP? No, I'm TAC. You're TAC? Yeah. Okay, so that's good. South ACP? Yeah. Okay, that's good. And, okay, so then we'll need one more.
So police are breaking the law by not allowing, I forget what section that is, but not allowing Bill Jones on his own territory this morning.
Oprah Winfrey just responded to the negative backlash she's received after asking for cash-strapped Americans to fork over their money.
The People's Fund of Maui was created by you and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, in which you both poured time, effort, and millions to kick it off yourselves, yet and still it faced online criticism. I want to give you the opportunity to kind of give your thoughts on that.
Well, this is a really great point about being happier in the midst of an onslaught of being terrorized and vilified online. I will say this, I came out of this experience, I was just saying this to Arthur this morning, with so much more compassion for young kids. I am the master of my own fate and the captain of my soul. I was so excited. I was so excited about it.
It's still a good idea.
And then I got up the next morning.
You still should be.
Yeah. I was so excited. I got up the next morning and I saw all of this vitriol and I was like, whoa, what happened here? Those people are going to get a notice from the People's Fund of Maui and going to have the money.
And it's working. It made me deeply mad. It made you deeply sad.
Made me sad that we're at this state in our
with
country,
that.
you know?
Nick Sorter said, there are two types of billionaires in this world. One is Elon Musk, who shipped over 650 Starlink internet kits to 40-plus organizations across Maui in order to reconnect victims. The other is Oprah, who's funneling money into one of her organizations from middle-class folks on social media. I haven't met a single person here on Maui that's gotten a dime from Oprah, but I've met dozens that have benefited tremendously from SpaceX's internet connection. Is it too much to ask Oprah, who owns over 2,200 acres on Maui, to step up? On a previous video, we discussed the mystery of those missing school buses. Well, I'm about to show you an update on those. This video and the account that uploaded it have both been removed from the internet already.
You can see a bunch of school buses. These are the school buses that were taken away from the fire by military professionals. As you can see, this is an airfield at an unknown location. You can see the jets in the background. This is a military base. And there's a lot of mysterious occurrences that go on here that I can't go too deep about. I think I've already said too much, but if you're looking for the children, they're probably somewhere in this general facility. I'll leave you the Easter egg yourself. There's more videos, and if you take a look at the billboard right here,
A retired fire captain with 33 years of experience provided his expert analysis of the fire in Maui and the similarity to the Paradise, California fire.
Talked about directed energy weapons possibly being for the Paradise fires. You know, it kind of seemed like we were kind of out there, and now it's like common. Everyone's talking about it. I hear so much about that. It seems like it's not far out there at all, and people, it's like obvious to so many people now that these are not natural.
So when you take an energy like that, because the fire has a different chemistry if it comes from a frequency like that versus a wildfire, is that right?
Yes. Yeah, 100% right. It's just like a microwave. You know, microwaves burn from the inside out. The trees were burned up in Paradise from the inside out. There was much burning under the ground where there's no oxygen, there's no heat, it's cold, there's no oxygen. So there was some other. It was almost like a reverse lightning or something. There's some grounding component. And so again, with all these different technologies, there's probably a multitude of things going on at once.
More and more videos are being published each and every day showing the scary things that are taking place across the United States.
Listed, I just was writing this list of the very things that you just said. All of these things were known, the risk was known before. And the failure to prevent, the failure to plan, the failure to manage even the laws that we had on the books, the failure to respond as the conditions changed that day, the failure to act quickly when the spark had struck. And I think that what we're hearing from viewers is that at this stage, a month out, are there things for which the public deserves an official apology from someone for all of these things being missed and leading to this thing?
Look, I can't speak to when people will apologize for this tragedy. I mean, I'm heartbroken, and I will tell you, and anyone out there, I am so sorry that you went through this. Of course, I'm just one person, okay? It's the world that has to apologize for what we have become, which is we have become a world where we turned our backs on global warming, and we didn't prioritize things in advance.
Senator John Fetterman had quite the reaction after hearing the announcement of President Joe Biden's impeachment inquiry.
Ask you about this news that Speaker McCarthy has formally launched an impeachment, or has said he's going to.
Oh my God, really? Oh my gosh, it's devastating. Ooh, don't do it. Please don't do it. Oh no.
So we're gonna run back to the office, but
Kevin McCarthy was the #1 trending topic on Twitter, X, after the House Speaker announced the impeachment inquiry of Joe Biden.
That's why today I am directing our House committee to open a formal impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. This logical next step will give our committees the full power to gather all the facts and answers for the American public. It's exactly what we want to know. The answers. I believe the president would want to answer these questions and allegations as well.
The question now being asked, is Kevin going to follow through? Chuck Schumer says the impeachment inquiry into Biden is absurd and is a witch hunt.
I think the impeachment inquiry is absurd. The American people want us to do something that will make their lives better, not go off on these chases and witch hunts. The bottom line is, as we have said, you can only accomplish keeping the government open in a bipartisan way.
Representative Matt Gaetz threatened to remove Speaker McCarthy.
Mr. Speaker, dust off our written January agreement. You have a copy. Reflect on the spirit of that agreement and build on the start that we had moments ago. Begin to comply. No continuing resolutions, individual spending bills or bust, votes on balanced budgets and term limits, subpoenas for Hunter Biden and the members of the Biden family who've been grifting off of this country, and the impeachment for Joe Biden that he so richly deserves. Do these things or face a motion to vacate the chair.
Earlier this week, Kevin McCarthy's office was stormed by some unwelcome visitors. Senator Elizabeth Warren is demanding the Pentagon investigate who else but Elon Musk. Warren wants the Pentagon and Congress to investigate SpaceX and Elon Musk because he refused to escalate the Ukraine war.
I'm Elizabeth Warren. It's nice to see you. Nice to see you. Very nice to see you.
Do you know Lindsey Graham? Yes, we know each other. And we're back for the 4th time. The most time. Fourth trip. One more trip, we're in the 8th.
You are bringing us to the brink of nuclear war. You have got, those billions could be used for a lot of good things here in the U.S. I am here to make sure that billions of lives are saved instead of getting into a nuclear war. You've asked me, I heard you.
Yes.
I will move towards the nuclear.
This is not.
Yes,
That's
not. No.
There's a bunch of
nuclear war.
need to benefit from
yes,
this.
I'm black and brown too.
So let them get the information.
And I don't want them to die in a nuclear war.
This way, sir, please.
That my tax money is funding because the Congress and the Senate are funding Ukraine. Do you want a nuclear war? I have sent letters, I have sent emails, I have made calls to these senators and congressmen. They refuse to respond. We are marching to nuclear war behind fools in political office. They have got to stop it. Nuclear war is the issue. Nuclear war. Consideration.
None of this matters. None of this matters if there's a nuclear war and we all die. In 2018, it was illegal.
We're gonna end today's video right there. Please give this video a like if you feel I earned it. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and for those of you returning, please double check and resubscribe if needed. As per usual, I truly do appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch these videos, and I hope to see you on the next one. Take care.